Welcome to the meeting the Avance 2021. Before we begin, let us all be reminded first with the Zoom etiquette for today's activity. Number one, be punctual, attend the session on time, be courteous to other participants. 3, limit distractions, be attentive. 4, do not multitask. 5, silence your phone. 6, do not type or create unnecessary noise in the background. 7, be respectful. Raise your hand if you have some queries. 8, mute yourself in the meeting. 9, stay seated and stay present. And 10, leave the meeting after the singing at the university hymn. To bless our today's activity, may we call on Ms. Tian Manuyag for the opening prayer.
Let us put ourselves in the holy presence of the Lord, in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Lord God, we thank you for granting us the opportunity to be gathered here today to witness this event that would enhance our knowledge. Through this, we humbly offer everything to you, Almighty. May we ask for your blessing and divine providence that the activities set for this undertaking be successful and effective. Give us ears that will listen consistently and a mind that will fully grasp and understand the concepts that will be unfolded before us. We ask your guidance in addressing our concerns regarding ideas we cannot comprehend. May we also retain this knowledge and learning experience that we will derive from this activity for the actual application when we leave this venue. We pray that your blessing empowers all the committees in here, that they shall be able to fulfill their tasks responsibly, and that the objectives they have set may all be achieved. Lord God, your guidance and blessing would mean the success of this event. We know that without you, we will not be able to accomplish anything. Please grant us your divine wisdom as we go about our daily tasks after this event. May your light shine for us, your spirit guide us, and your grace abounds in us. Amen. Our Lady assumed into heaven, pray for us in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Thank you very much, Ms. Gian. Now to pay respect as we sing for the national anthem.
Mga kababayan, ang isang awit ng Pilipinas. Kayang magiging, tegas ng sinananan, alam ng puso, sa dikit mo'y buhay. Upang binilang, kuya ka ng magiting, sa manlulupin, di ka pasisingil, sa nagatang tulog sa simoy at sa langit ng pagaw, ay hinatang tulang awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang isang ng matawad mo'y tagumpay na nagtitindig, ang bituin at araw niya kailan ang may magdidinig. Luman ang araw ng walang pagsinta, buhay langit sa piling mo. Ang higaya ng hangay mga amin, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
As we move on, today we are gathered here as a one community with one mission and vision. Vision. Vision, the University of the Assumption, an archdiocesan Catholic educational institution, envisions itself as a leading promoter of academically competent, morally upright, and socially responsible Catholic leaders. Mission, the University of the Assumption commits itself to the integral development of Catholic leaders through academic excellence, Christian formation, and community service. Academic excellence, yan siya. The University of the Assumption seeks to lead students to gain world-class competence in the area that they can best utilize their human talents and resource through well-planned academic programs, effective and efficient instruction, quality support services, and functional research. Christian Formation Virtus. The University of the Assumption seeks to form a community of disciples and to develop a community of apostles, where all the members are enlightened and purified by the gospel values, filled with zeal for the transformation of their immediate communities, Pampanga, and the Philippines. Community service, Comunitas. The University of the Assumption seeks to assume leadership in community development through active involvement in current religious, economic, political, socio-cultural, and ecological concerns of the nation and of the world. Quality policy. The University of the Assumption, an archdiocesan Catholic educational institution, commits itself to the development of Catholic leaders through academic excellence, Christian formation, and community service. Thus, we to commit to sustain a strong and visible commitment to Catholic tradition, deliver responsive and quality instruction, enhance and promote research-based practices for the upgrading of instruction and extension, create an impact in the immediate and larger community, effectively deliver student services towards a dynamic learning environment, and manage resources for sustainable institutional growth, create and maintain a working environment in which people become fully involved in achieving our objectives, manage activities and related resources as processes or series of interconnected processes so that desired results are achieved more efficiently, pursue continual improvement across all aspects of our quality management system, make decisions relating to our quality management system following an analysis of relevant data and information, establish interdependent and mutually beneficial relationship with local and international institutions and other interested parties, and continuously care for Mother Earth, our common home, for sustenance of life. And that was our mission and vision, quality policy of the University of the Assumption. As we move forward to our activity, to officially begin our program, may we have our beloved and ever supportive senior high school principal, Dr. Violy Y. Fernanda Santos, to deliver the opening remarks.
Thank you, Sir Renzo. Good morning, Assumptionists. How are you? I hope you feel great today. So good morning, everyone, our dear teachers, students, aspiring officers of the Likha Party. Even if we are not in a normal meeting de Avance, we should feel grateful. We should feel happy that even if online, we are able to mount this kind of forum. And we thank the Comstud-elect, headed by Mr. Christian Miracle Udsig and Sir Jayvie Aboyme, for making this possible. From day one of the launch of our election this year, they have been working hard. So we could still have this activity in our department. I feel grateful that we have students in our department, the senior high school, who are willing to offer themselves to serve you. We know that online studying alone is already stressful. Tapos, if a factor in mo pa yung student leadership, I find that amazing. I find that commitment and dedication. So, I believe at this juncture, our Likha Party deserves an applause. Let's all give them a virtual palakpak. because what they have embarked on is not something ordinary. No? So why are we here today? We are here, of course, for the meeting de Avance, and you are very privileged to be part of this forum, where you will have an opportunity to witness firsthand what Likha Party has to offer. This meeting de Avance is the party's chance to tell their stories and their plans. And it is your chance, my dear students, to get to know them and to aid you in making the right decision on election day. It is just unfortunate that we cannot have a bigger group, but I hope that you cascade to your classmates your fruitful experience in this forum. You see, voting is a powerful privilege. It has the power to put into office upright people and give them opportunity to serve. Similarly, it can put into office undeserving and underqualified people. Thus, voting is a big decision-making process that you really need to be serious about. On April 28, exercise your right to put into office those student leaders who will represent your interests and who will be a friend of the UA Senior High School administration in working hand in hand for the benefit of the studentry. To the members of the Likha Party, we salute your courage to dedicate yourselves to student service. May your commitment remain aflame and responsive. To all of us here, I wish us all a wonderful learning experience on leadership and commitment to service. God bless us all. Hail Assumption.
Thank you very much, Dr. Violy, for those warm remarks. And I think we can all agree how brave the students to accept this challenge to run the election. Now, I bet we're all excited and ready to meet our candidates. So may we have the Supreme Student Council Advisor, Sir Jayvie Aboyme, for the introduction of the candidates.
Good morning, Assumptionists. To formally introduce our candidates for the coming student elections, here they are. Running for grade 12 ABM representative, we have Christine Angela. Running for grade 12 Humes Gas representative, we have Christian K. Running for grade 12 STEM representative, we have Shanley. Running for business manager, we have Dion Ashley. Running for external PIO, we have Mark Christian. Running for internal PIO, we have Oben Jaden. Running for auditor, we have Queenie May. Running for treasurer, we have Janaiza Bianca. Running for secretary, we have Azilea Winnet. Running for vice president, we have Andre Ruiz. And running for president, we have Lawrence Aidan. They are all under the Likha Party.
Thank you very much, Sir Jayvie. Now that everybody from the Likha Party list was introduced, now it is time for the question and answer portion. So remember, Likha Party list and candidates, the question and answer portion is divided into two parts. The first part, a question will give into the group, and anyone must answer the question within 2 minutes of time. Again, the first batch of questions will be given, and then anyone in the group can answer. The next batch of questions will be given to a specific candidate that he or she should answer within 2 minutes as well. So let's first proceed with the first batch of questions where anyone can answer. For our question number 1, and we also have a timer that Sir Jayvie will start once the speaker or the students from the Likha Party list will be able to answer. For our question number 1, as remote learning continues amid the staggering learning conditions brought about by this pandemic, The students need genuine representation in the student council to forward legitimate goals as students. How can your party provide attainable yet innovative platforms that will benefit the students given that we are in a distance learning? Anyone from the party list? Open your mic. Again, anyone from the party list can answer this question. I will repeat the question as the party list, I think, is still deciding. As remote learning continues amid the staggering learning conditions brought about by this pandemic, the students need genuine representation in the student council to forward legitimate calls as students. How can your party provide attainable yet innovative platforms that will benefit the students given that we are in a distance learning?
Thank you, Sir Renzo, for that question. So, as a representative of the Likha party, may I answer the question? So, for our platforms are all based virtually. We do tend to see things in the near future. We stick on the virtual setting that we experience today. So our platforms are yet attainable because they are all in a virtual setup. Okay, so to make our platforms possible, the genuine representation of our platforms, we should give good communication to other students so we can hear their concerns about our platforms and our activities that we will do. So we can provide yet attainable and innovative platforms through our virtual setup by using our platforms. So our platforms again are all virtual friendly, and they are I guess they are easy. They are easy to attain, and they are easy to do in a virtual setting because we know that face to face is not probably the best choice for today. So we need to look forward to the future that we are still here in our virtual setup.
Order to attain a general representation in the student council to forward legitimate calls as students, there are two ways. The first one is for us, the Likha party, your aspiring student council, to be more to reach out to the students more on what are their calls. And is the second way is for the students to open themselves up to the council. So what I mean by this is for the student council and the students to have a good communication in order to for us to come up with solutions that will benefit them and will better the situation. We need to hear your concerns, and we will do our best to be for you to be comfortable to send us your concerns.
Okay, time's up. Thank you very much, Andre and Lawrence. It was kumbaga, a tag team of the Vice President and the President. So thank you very much for answering the question. I think we can now proceed to the next question. For our next question, are you going to conduct online events? If so, please specify what and how. Anyone from the team?
Yes, we will conduct online events because we see personally as part of the Supreme Student Council this year, we encountered difficulties on providing or implementing online events, which I think what lacked this school year. And I feel like the students are looking or seeking for these kind of activities. So we are going to uh, adapt since we already adapted on the online setting. We know how to do or conduct online events, and we will prioritize these because we know that these are engaging, exciting for the students, wherein they can be comfortable with the student council, and we can have a very healthy relationship with this. We can build a healthy relationship within the community and also showcase our talents in different aspects.
think it was already enough from the president again, Lawrence. So thank you very much. I think now, sir, we can proceed with our next question. For our third question, in this time of pandemic, what is the assurance that your platform will be followed during your time being an SSC officer next academic year?
As I said before, before my answer last time, so I said that our platforms are all virtual friendly. So we look forward into the future wherein it is in a virtual setting. Again, it is not for us. It is not possible. It is not still possible. Na we're going to have a face-to-face classes. So we assure that all our platforms are can be done through virtual setting and with enough resources, or even though that we do have limited resources at this time, we will make sure that we can pull it off, and we will make sure that our platforms will be for the good and benefit of all the students in the UA Senior High School community.
Okay, thank you very much again, Lawrence. And so I would like to remind everybody that later on we'll be having a open forum. So maybe some of the teachers or representative can write down questions or follow-up questions for the students' answer from these following questions. Okay, so I think we can now move on. Next question will be, what are your plans to help your fellow students and how will you carry it out amidst the pandemic that we are experiencing right now? Anyone from other party list? Okay, I think we have Azalea.
One of our platforms is Kamusta Assumptionista. This platform aims to focus on the mental health of both the students and the teachers. This platform will help the students and the teachers cope up with the pandemic, help them improve their mental health, and most of all, establish a healthy relationship both for the teachers and the students so that they can understand what they are both going through at this time.
Again, Kamusta Assumptionista is a great platform for everyone, not only for the students, but we also seek the welfare of our teachers who are also coping with this pandemic. So we tend to do our best that we also include our teachers in our platform so that it will benefit not just the students, again, but the whole UASHS community.
Also, we would like to prioritize activities such as Isan Lakas, which is one of our platforms, because as I've said, it is engaging where students can give their best or show their potentials and talents. And I believe that is what the students need right now to boost their confidence, their motivation in attending their online classes, because sometimes we all know that online classes can be tiring, exhausting. So we need to unwind, but still in a in an academic aspect. So we need to open ourselves up to the students, where the students can really show themselves, and we need to appreciate them in these kind of um, um
Okay, I think that's all from the Lika party list. Thank you very much. Proceeding now to our next question. How can you help students who are having a hard time with online class or online classes?
So hello. So there is the platform that we called Study Room. So Study Room is a platform wherein students can join virtual rooms wherein there is per subject. We will try our best that it will be per subject wherein there's someone either a teacher or someone that it is capable of teaching them again what on what they are confused on what they are confused. So with the study room, it may boost the confidence of students that they may learn even more what has been discussed before. So we shouldn't that this platform, its objective is not to be confined with what they have learned from from their online classes, but rather we they must know, or they must gain knowledge outside of the box.
bilang ta- bilang bilang tayo ngayon ay nasa isang setup na challenging, sisiguraduhin ng Likha Party na lahat ng mga estudyante na nasa academic year na to ay lahat ay may include. Bilang representative, to be specific, sisiguraduhin ko na lagi kong kakamustahin ang bawat class representative upang tanungin kung ano ang mga concerns ng bawat sections na kanilang kinapapalooban.
At ang mahalaga dyan ay yung communication sa ating mga students. Alamin natin kung ano nga ba yung mga problema nila. Yung mga Facebook accounts namin, open yan sa lahat ng mga students at mapafeel sa kanila na nandito kami para sa kanila upang matulungan kung nahihirapan man sila sa ating learning ngayon.
I think that's already in the final statement from the Likha Party List. Thank you very much. And we can now proceed to our next question. What are some contemporary issues within our department that you feel need to be addressed? Again, what are some contemporary issues within our department that you feel need to be addressed?
Again, with the virtual setup that we experience in our learning today, there are some issues that the past SSC that we noticed that the past SSC have done. It is inevitable to make mistakes because they are also surprised with the new setup that we've been through today. So for us, we will make sure that the system will adapt itself. We, the students, the teachers, and the authorities, adapted with the new setup. So must the system. So we will make sure that our activities, that our platforms will be prioritized, that will benefit the welfare of every student in our community.
There's lack of student-based activities in our Supreme Student Council platform programs this school year, and we will focus on that because, as I've said, we need to focus more on evident platforms where the students can be interactive to the student council.
Okay, you still have any answer? You still have time? Okay, I think that's already the conclusion for this question. As we move forward to our next question, how are you going to help and promote student development, especially in these trying times? Again, how are you going to help and promote student development, especially in these trying times? Okay, anyone from the Likha Party List? Just under the questions of student development. A while ago, we have questions regarding about senior high school department and online class activities. Anyone?
Again, with our platforms, we can perform student development by raising their awareness. First of all, in their mental health. So by raising their mental health awareness, they can do more and they can be more productive. Next is in Isan Lakas, they can be cooperative with other students whom they met only virtually. It can build friendship, it can build cooperation, it can enhance and unleash the hidden talents of our fellow students in the community. So with our platforms, we will make sure that student development is our number one priority and that every student will experience this development.
Hindi po mahirap ang ating pandemyang nararanasan ngayon. Marami sa mga kabataan, lalo na ang mga mag-aaral, ang nahihirapan sa setup natin ngayon. Dahil isa ito sa mga pinakamalaking adjustment na na-feel nating mga mag-aaral. Kaya narito kami, Likha Party, aiming for that position para ilatag aming mga plataforma upang makatulong sa aming mga kapwa mag-aaral, upang may balik ang kanilang sigla sa pag-aaral at upang may balik ang kasiyahan sa kanilang mga katawan at upang may balik ang kanilang enjoyment sa pag-aaral, dahil karamihan sa mga mag-aaral ngayon ay nawawala na ang focus, nawawala na ang kahalagahan ng pag-aaral sa kanilang katawan.
Any more from the Lika party list?
This election is not about us aiming for the position, but this election is all about you, students. So what I can assure to you is we would intensify our platforms by outreaching and providing assistance and service to make sure that every single student would not be left behind. So that's all.
Okay, what's a very powerful last statement from the Lika party list. Thank you very much. I think we can now move on to our next question. Students today frequently struggle with stress or pressure due to the new mode of learning. What are your thoughts about this difficulty, and how can you help eliminate or ease these kinds of problems? Again, students today frequently struggle with stress or pressure due to the new mode of learning. What are your thoughts about this difficulty, and how can you help eliminate or ease these kinds of problems? One.
Sa panahon ngayon, hindi po maiiwasan na lahat tayo nahihirapan at lahat tayo hindi nadadalian kasi hindi naman talaga madali yung sitwasyon natin. But again, we have platforms that aims to help the students not just to cope the pandemic but also develop academically, not just academically. We have Isang Lakas, e-journalism, and virtual Strandfest that aims to showcase the different talents of each student.
We also do have our concern about the struggle and the pressure that we experience in our virtual setup. So we the students leaders, of course, made the platforms Kumusta Assumptionista again and again. This platform will enhance and will eliminate the ease of this kinds of problem, especially the stress and the pressure. So it can determine and it can eliminate the pressure and the problems that every student has.
Any more addition when it comes to this
We
question?
have platform Kamusta Assumptionista, as these moments have been challenging and difficult for us. I believe our mental health is the most important to take care these days, and it is important we are able to release what we are going through as students and as leaders. So this platform will help every student to express their thoughts and their situation that can benefit to their mental health. Thank you.
Lahat ng aming plataforma ay para sa Assumptionista, at kaya naman sinasabi namin sa lahat ng mga students na aming nasasakupan ay sama-sama tayong babangon at lahat ng ating mga challenges ay malalagpasan.
Okay, time's up. Thank you very much, Lika party list. Now we concluded from the student development questions, proceeding on student leadership. So this question is, why do you want to be an officer? Okay. Again, the question is, why do you want to be an officer? Anyone?
The main reason is because I want to do something that is bigger than myself, and to be able to contribute and provide something for a greater cause than improving myself, but also for the betterment of the school, because I believe that hindi lang po ako yung na may gusto na magbago or mas gumanda yung school. So I want to be the instrument and bridge para magawa at masakatuparan yung mga goals na yan?
I, being a student leader, wanted to be an officer because it is an obligation. It is a call. I knew that myself someone called me to be an officer. I want to see the bigger picture and for the UASHS community that will bring it towards the brightest future that we've ever seen.
Nagsimula ako bilang estudyante bago ako pumasok sa isang malaking oportunidad na to at sa malaking hamon na ito. At kaya alam ko ang mga experiences, lahat ng mga challenges na nararanasan ng kapwa ko estudyante. Pasensya na sa noise. And dahil sa mga challenges na ito na aking nararanasan din, gusto kong tulungan ang aking mga kapwa assumptionista na makabangon at maging productive kahit na napaka-challenging ng ating setup ngayon. Thank you.
Simple lang naman po ang aming goal ay yung matulungan po ang ating mga students na malagpasan po nila yung naranasan natin ngayong pandemya. Gusto po namin maging kaibigan o kapatid para sa kanila na mapapil namin sa kanila. Nandito kami lahat sa mga naranasan nilang problema ngayong sitwasyon nating online class. Yun lang po.
Hindi po madali ang pagiging isang leader. Isang malaking obligasyon at responsibilidad ang nakaatang sa amin sa bawat galaw namin. Nais ko pong maging officer upang may bahagi po ang aking mga talento at kakayahan at upang makatulong na rin po sa aking kapwa mag-aaral upang makabuo ng mga mag-aaral na biyasa, maganaka at mayab.
Okay, time's up for this question. Thank you very much, Liga Party List. Moving on to our next question. Next question would be, what would be your position and organization sense if the classes for the next school year will still be held online? Again, what would be your position and organization sense if the classes for the next school year will still be held online? The floor is yours.
As the student leaders of the community, we will be the voices of every student in our community. We will extend a helping hand and we will open our ears to the suggestions of everyone. So with the virtual setup that we've been through today, every student needs to be heard. So we, the officers, the SSC officers, will all hear their thoughts and will deliver it to the authorities so that their concerns will be solved and will be satisfied. So our position and organization sense for the next school year that we will be the voices of every student in our community.
Our community and so our responsibilities. Our goal is to boundaries hand in other by to help them and we are clear and enjoyable memory.
Any addition? Have time?
Bilang tagabitbit ng tanglaw tungo sa landas na ating tatahakin sa mga susunod pang mga academic years, ako bilang isang representative ng UASHS and GAS representative ay sisiguraduhin makikinig at iaayon ang mga desisyon at mga suhestyon ng aking mga nasasakupan. Lahat ng mga oportunidad na aming mabubuo ay sama-sama nating gagamitin para sa mas isang produktibong assumptionista.
Time's up for this question. Thank you very much, Liga Party List. Moving on to our next question. For this question, are you running to serve the school, teachers, and students, or you just want to have the title or to be famous on our campus? Then, how will you show it, especially it is an online class? Or is yours, Liga Party List?
So again, we are seeking for the development and the future that the UASHS community. So the school and the teachers and the students are our main priority. We do tend to serve the students. We don't need the title. We don't need to be famous to be called leaders. We just need the trust of every one of you. So we can accomplish our platforms and our goals for the betterment of the UA Senior High School. We will show it as our activities and platforms that will develop everyone, that everyone will not be left behind. So we can show our support to all. We can show our concerns and we can show our love to all by by making the best out of our resources that we have through our activities that will develop one's personality.
As a student leader, we all aim to serve our fellow students, and it is very essential for a student leader to understand the situation of each and everyone, because we all have diverse personalities and ideas. In our setup today, we establish platforms that can help with the development not just ourselves but of the whole senior high school community.
Masarap maging kilala at famous, hindi ba? Ngunit datapwat subalit, isang malaking karangalan ang mga paglingkod sa aking kapwa mag-aaral. Ang makitang makatulong ka sa iyong kapwa mag-aaral, lalo na sa iyong universidad upang makabuo ng mga mababait, ay may mga talentado at may mga kakayahan ng mga mag-aaral.
Okay, time's up for this question. Thank you very much, Lika Martilis, for that answer. Moving forward. In our new modality of learning, what are your ways to show your leadership without physical presence? Again, in our new modality of learning, what are your ways to show your leadership without physical presence? The floor is yours, Lika.
With our setup today, it is very hard to establish a physical relationship with everyone. But me and my co-officers can assure everyone that our social media accounts are always open to raise your concerns and to hear your ideas for the betterment of our school.
As leaders, we do promote good communication and empathy to every student. So, as leaders of the new modality, we tend to open our arms for you so we can raise your concerns to everyone. Again, we promote good communication and empathy to everyone.
Grabe yan sa mga mag-aaral ngayon ay naka-engage sa different social media platforms and different social medias. Kaya isa itong malaking advantage sa amin bilang inyong mga susunod na leader upang makapagbigay kami ng iba't ibang impormasyon at upang magkaroon tayo ng maayos na komunikasyon para sa ikabubuti at ikagaganda ng ating universidad.
These times of uncertainty, one of the main objectives we want to set is to build a school year with a sense of optimism despite all negativity in our world today, which affected our education deeply and greatly. With this limited environment that we have, it is our aspiration to let the UA Senior High community be with us in acknowledging every positive aspect in life with our platforms that would bring happiness in everyone, and by that we can achieve and grow together as one community, as one whole student body.
Thank you very much. As we now conclude with our last question for the first batch of questions. Again, this is our last question for the first batch. We all know that online learning is not easy. Can you share with us how will you manage your time as a student and as a leader? Again, we all know that online learning is not easy. Can you share with us how will you manage your time as a student and as a leader?
But I believe that with proper time management, anything is possible. For example, you should know which activities or which projects you should prioritize first, and most importantly, avoid procrastination, because procrastination can result to not so good outcomes of your works. And as a student leader, proper time management is very essential so that we can fulfill our duties successfully.
It is evident that we also adapted to the new normal. So, as a student leader, as a student, I tend to do my things in a way wherein I advance them already. Okay, so as you said, we should sort out our priorities. As a leader, I do have the capability to do this, and I can influence other people. And I've managed to adapt with the current situation because of my capability to adapt. And also, I want to influence others. So with my capabilities, I would like to share my experiences on what did I do to adapt to the new normal.
Lahat tayo ay may hinaharap na problema sa bahay, sa pinansyal, at lalong-lalo na sa ating pag-aaral dito sa online learning. Kung kaya't bilang isang estudyante, kinakailangan ko na mag-set ng goals, dahil ang pagsiset ng goals ay naghihikayat sa akin para tapusin lahat ng mga dapat ayusin or na school works. Iniisip ko na ano ba yung goal ko, kung bakit ako pumasok kahit na napakaraming challenges na dumarating sa akin. At dahil yon, lahat nagagawa ko ng maayos.
Okay, thank you very much. Time's up. So that was the last question from the first batch. Now, let's all take time to breathe first, candidates, as you will be answering your specific questions given to you. You can now start for, are we going to start with Lawrence, Aidan, Kunanan? They're running for president. Your question is, how will you be able to utilize your position to uphold the purpose and core values of our school during this pandemic? How can you assure that you can handle the pressure and tasks assigned when you will be elected, even if we are in an online setup? You have 2 minutes, Adrian. Aidan?
Position of the president is a very high and a very big responsibility. What I can give as a president is a never-ending dedication and motivation to serve, and my and and using this dedication to always strive for the better and always better my work and also improve myself in the way. Also, I would make use of the since I'm running for the presidency. It will be the highest, and most especially I do not only represent the student body, but I also represent the council, and it is very important to have to maintain a very healthy relationship within my council. And I will assure that in order for us to have harmonious decisions that will I assure that I can handle the pressure. I've been elected as the Supreme Student Council President before, and the Supreme Student Council grade 11 representative, and I believe I've been able to handle the pressure. It is not easy, but I just keep myself motivated, and also I remind myself why I chose that path, which is to serve and to give solutions for our problems.
Okay, I think that was already enough from Lawrence Aidan, our running for president. Thank you very much, Lawrence. Okay, next question. I think it's still for Lawrence. Again, this is another question for Lauren. So, huminga muna, no, na. Okay, for your question, there are 3 qualities that the next president of senior high school department needs: academic excellence, competence and leadership, and moral excellence. Can you give me examples of situations you have experienced to prove that you have these qualities? Again, I will repeat. There are 3 qualities that the next president of the senior high department needs: academic excellence, competence in leadership, and moral excellence. Can you give me examples of situations you have experienced to prove that you have these qualities?
Academic excellence. I've been consistently awarded with high honor since I was in grade 8 up to now. Student leadership, as I've said, I've been elected as UA Junior High School Supreme Student Council President, and I believe those experiences gave me a better and clearer perspective on how a leader should come up with ways that will better his or her community. Moral excellence. As I've said, I've been elected as the Supreme Student Council President, and that experience did not only give me the chance to improve my leadership skills, my communication skills, but also reach out to people's needs and prioritize others before myself.
Okay, very well said. Thank you very much, Lawrence Aidan, for that wonderful answer. No, very precise. As we move forward for the next question for our Vice President, Andre Ruiz Parungao. Tell me about the most difficult team or group you have ever led. Why were they difficult and how did you cope with it? Again, tell me about the most difficult team or group you have ever led. Why were they difficult and how did you cope with it? 2 minutes.
There is no such group which is most difficult, because if you do have a great leader, everything is possible. With great leader, you can give great communication with everyone. With a great leader, you can give empathy to everyone. I, as a student leader, do have empathy to my members. I've led them to what they are today. I am very proud that those people who I've led to the greatness are now successfully doing great in school. Uh, there is no may I repeat that there is no difficult team with a great leader. So I've coped with their limitations. I knew their limitations, I knew their differences, and made a I made a plan wherein their limitations and their diverse diverse personalities being in harmony. I've made them unite in a way wherein unity is evident.
Okay, thank you very much, Andre. Very well said again. Next question, still for our running for Vice President, Andre Ruiz. For your next question, what particular skills or experience have you prepared as you serve our university? Again, what particular skills or experience have you prepared as you serve our university? 2 minutes.
Okay. I, as a leader, has been known for my skills and leadership, which became my asset. It is evident that being a leader is not a role, but rather it is a call of obligation. Leaders are called, for I have the capability and has been called to lead the UA Senior High School to its betterment. My accomplishments in being a leader are my experiences in my past years. I have learned many things thanks to the people who believe in me and who encourage me to be a leader. Yes, it is hard to be a leader, but it is harder to see our beloved school be in the hands of those who are not fit in for the position. I can unleash my hidden potentials by being the student council vice president, potentials that not so many have seen before. That's why I would love to be the next vice president, so that I can share what I have, not just to my section, not just to my strand, not only for the UASHS community, but rather for the whole university, which molded me on who I am today.
Okay, thank you very much, Andre. What a bold statement. I think you still have another question for our running for Vice President. I'm sorry. We'll proceed now to our Secretary, Azalea Winnet Evangelista. For your question, with this kind of situation with the pandemic, how will you show or prove that you are deserving of your position? Again, with this kind of situation with the pandemic, how will you show or prove that you are deserving of your position? 2 minutes, the floor is yours.
I've been a student leader for many years now, and I can say that with all the experiences that I have acquired through the years, I am fit and deserving for this position. I have enough confidence that I have enough confidence and I know my limitations as well. In our current situation, it is important that you understand the situation of everyone. I believe that I deserve it because I always aim to understand everybody, and even though we are in a hard situation, I believe that I can bring out the best in everyone. Thank you. That's all.
Okay, thank you very much, Azalea. Understanding others. Very good answer. Next question is for, actually, this is for running for auditor and running for treasurer. So I think we'll start first with Janaiza Bianca Salas to answer the question, followed by Queenie May Lalu. So for your question, give us a brief summary of your role as a treasurer and auditor, and how will you do your job considering the fact that there be fewer money transactions. Again, give us a brief summary of your role as the treasurer and auditor. How will you do your job considering the fact that there be fewer money transactions? So let's have first Janaiza Bianca.
Okay. As a treasurer, as you may all know, the job of a treasurer is handling money. Pero considering yung panahon po natin ngayon, which is online, wala naman tayo sa school, money transactions will be hard. Therefore, I, myself, treasurer, will help on different aspects. Aspects para makatulong sa mga iba kong co-officers.
Okay, thank you very much, Janaiza. So she answered about being helping hand also to her other councils. So next, Queenie, I think we're ready.
The duty of a school auditor is to look at every transaction in the schools records. But despite the pandemic, I believe that wouldn't be easy enough to do so. For me, an ideal leader is someone who knows how to act, knows how to lead, and knows how to care. These ideal actions would be nothing without action. So I believe with our platform, this will be representations of what an ideal leader would do, because wala po siya sa position. It is yung willingness po. Thank you.
Okay, what a beautiful statement. It's not in the position, but it's the willingness of an individual. Very well said, Janaiza and Queenie. So we can now move to our next question. Our next question will be given to Obin. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Obin Jayden Gonzalez, running for our internal BIO. Your question is, how can you assure that you will be an effective leader, speaker that will stand for students? Again, how can you assure that you will be an effective leader, speaker that will stand for students? 2 minutes.
Definitely, my stance in life is that An ideal society is one where each and every person is equal and all of their rights are represented. As a student leader, I believe that through effective communication and through listening and learning from my co-students and also my co-officers, I will be able to stand for what the students want and what is for the better, is what will be for their betterment.
Okay, I think that was already enough. Thank you very much, Jayden Gonzalez. Not your name. Pero very well said. Next question will be given to our external PIO, which is Mark Christian M. Lara, our running for external PIO. Your question is, how can you get your fellow students to participate in your events, considering our new normal for education? What are your ways of reaching out to every student possible? How can you make sure that you will give us updates on your platform? 2 minutes.
Kung nga po, mahirap po yung sitwasyon natin ngayon. Through online po tayo ngayon. Ngayon po, para makapag-reach po ko sa ating mga students, as much as possible, ay gagamit po ako ng mga social media accounts para makuha po yung kanilang mga opinions, yung mga kanilang masasabi sa kung anong nagagawa po namin. Through PubMats din po na ipopost namin sa mga aming Facebook pages, gagawa po kami ng Facebook pages at para ma-reach po yung mga iba't ibang students. At considering na po yung position ko as external PIO, it's public information. So more on ano po siya, nakikipag-interact and communicate with other people. And I'm a person who is very friendly with others. I can easily bond with each other. Naparamdam ko lang sa kanila na hindi ako yung leader na snubber, yung senior, ganyan. Isa akong leader na kayang makinig at maging kaibigan o kapatid nila sa kanilang mga problema o mga gusto nilang sabihin na makakabuti para sa komunidad ng ating UASHS. Yun lang po. Maraming salamat.
Thank you very much, Mark. Pagka communication is key, very good. Moving forward for our next question, it is for Dion, Ashley, Samia, our running for business manager. Your question is, what do you think are the best characteristics that suit you to be the next chosen student leader? Again, what do you think are the best characteristics that suit you to be the next chosen student leader? 2 minutes.
Una ang pagiging ako mismo, oo ako. Lahat tayo may pagkakaiba. Meron tayong pagkakaiba. Meron tayong iba't ibang talento. Meron tayong iba't ibang kakayahan. Meron tayong iba't ibang mga plano. Meron tayong iba't ibang mga programa na nais makatulong sa ating mga kapwa mag-aaral. At yun ang isa sa aking mga characteristics. Ikalawa, ang aking pagiging madaldal. Oo, masasabi natin na nasa negative side siya, pero dadalhin ko siya sa ating positibong side. Paano? Sa aking pagiging madaldal, malaki itong tulong sa akin. Bakit? Karamihan sa atin ngayon ay nahihiya. Wala silang confidence na ilabas ang kanilang mga hinaing, ilabas ang kanilang mga katanungan sa atin upang makabutay ng isang mabuting paaralan. Ang pagiging madaldal ko ay minsan ang nakatulong sa akin. Nagkakaroon ako ng communication sa aking mga kapwa mag-aaral. Nagsisilbi akong tenga sa kanila upang maibigay nila ang kanilang mga hinaing, ang kanilang mga question ng aming mga plataforma na ang Likha Party ay makapagplano at makabuo ng mga programa at mga plataforma na makabubuti sa aming mga kapwa mag-aaral. Bakit? Sa panong paraan? Sa aking pagiging madaldal. Dahil nakakausap ko sila, nakaka-interact ko sila, nalalaman ko ano ang kanilang mga problema, nalalaman ko ano ang kanilang kailangan. So, magitan ng aking pagiging kadaldalan, malaking tulong ito upang ang aming partido, upang ako at ang buong University of the Assumption ay magiging progresibo at makabuo ng mag-aaral na piyesta, maganaka at mayab.
Okay, thank you very much, Dion. Kung i-conclude natin, yung statement niya, it's being madaldal with a purpose. Thank you very much, Dion. Our next question will be for Sean Galvan, our STEM or running for grade 12 STEM representative. Your question is, as your strand representative, how can you approach the needs of your fellow students that are also taking your strand? Again, As your strand representative, how can you approach the needs of your fellow students that are also taking your strand? 2 minutes.
I believe good communications that help in serving UA Senior High School. I will be the bridge of help, and also I will extend my capability to care their concern, being their voice. Also, being a representative should be the voice of your community. I am their chosen response. I am their chosen representative. So I will also be the representative of what should be a good student leader is. STEM representative doesn't limit me with what I can do. I know I can do so much better, and being building good rapport with everyone will really help me in communicating with each other.
Okay, that's already enough.
Also, in addition, I must I must be their bridge of help in reaching their concerns and in adhering their problems. That's all. Thank you, Paul.
Okay, thank you very much, Shan. Thank you. Our running for grade 12 STEM representative again, Shan Laban. Our next question is for our Humes and Gas representative, Christian Casey Uman. Your question is, it is obvious that based on the statistics of the department that the Humanities and Social Sciences strand has the least number of students. In this case, how can you promote and represent the strand and showcase its branches and diversity of learning? Again, it is obvious that based on the statistics of the department that the Humanities and Social Sciences strand has the least number of students. In this case, how can you promote and represent the strand and showcase its branches and diversity in minutes?
Kahit na napaka-kaunti lamang ng bilang ng mga students sa aking sinasakupan, which is yung UMS and GAS, gayun pa man, ang mga aking nasasakupan, ang mga UMS students at ang mga GAS students ay very vocal. Sila ay madaling lapitan. Kung kaya't gagamitin ko ang komunikasyon, ang good communication skills na mayroon ako upang ihatid ko ang paglilingkod para sa kanila. At bilang karagdagan, gagamitin ko ang aming plataforma na study room na kung saan ang mga strand ay may kanya-kanyang room na maaari naming gamitin upang magtulungan. And by that, maaari naming maaari kami makabuo ng isang maayos at mas produktibong community dahil nga ang aming strand ay napakaliit lamang. Kung kaya't madali na lahat ay aming makausap, lahat ay aming maka-close at lahat ay makumusta. Yun lamang, maraming salamat mga subscribers.
Thank you very much, Christian Casey Uman, our running for grade 12 Humes and Gas representative. For our last question, we have Christine Angela Ilme, running for the grade 12 ABM representative. Your question is, what characteristics do you have that could be beneficial to the upcoming school year? Again, what characteristics do you have that could be beneficial to the upcoming school year?
I think yung characteristic po na beneficial sa coming school year is yung pagiging open ko po sa lahat ng students. Kasi po, good communication can build a good relationship to other students. Yung pagiging friendly ko po is nakakatulong din sa pagiging mas maging mas maging close pa po ako sa ibang students. That's all po.
Okay, thank you very much, Christine Angela, our running for grade 12 ABM representative. Okay, so at this time, we have already reached to the point where you have answered the questions from our student body and senior high school department. Now we will be having our open forum wherein our participants in the Zoom meeting, maybe some of our teachers can ask questions, clarifications based from the answers of our participants a while ago. Anyone who would like to ask, you can raise your hand. Anyone from our participants, teachers, clarifications, students, representatives from each sections? Anyone? I think we have various representatives for each sections here. Okay, we have our previews or outgoing external PIO, Kayla. Hello, Kayla. What will be your question for our running officers as a previous officer as well?
Yes, hello po. Good morning to all. My question is, last year, a controversy arose about UA's inclusivity to the victims of a typhoon, which resulted to the hashtag UA Nyare or the UANyare. The Supreme Student Council took the risk to speak up even if there is uncertainty to the reaction from the higher ups. Will you go against what is told to and expected of you, but is for the benefit and the welfare of the students, considering that you will be the voice?
Is this a specific candidate? Kayla?
Wala.
Okay. Anyone from the Lika party list can answer the question?
As leaders, we take risk. So, be the voice of the students. Mas as the what was being expected to us. So ako, nakiisa ako sa pagiging boses ng bawat isa. So, I myself as an officer will gagawin ko kung anong ginawa ng mga officer na yun. Dahil sa tingin ko, sila ang tunay na representation ng isang leader na kung saan hindi lamang sila confined sa kung anong tinuro, kung anong sinabi, na kung saan gagawin ko ang lahat ng makakaya ko para sa kabutihan ng lahat.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm sorry, it was 30 seconds. 30 seconds na pala. But next question, we have people raising their hands. So I will ask first our outgoing SSC auditor, Bernadette Ocampo, to give her question. Just kindly state also if you want a specific candidate to answer the question. Thank you.
Thank you po, sir. So, ang tanong ko po is, in what specific way can you identify the boundary line between implementing events and impending student workloads? Ulitin ko po ulit yung tanong. In what specific way can you identify the boundary line between implementing events and impending student workloads? So yung tanong ko po, pwede pong sumagot dito yung position ng president or vice president po. Thank you po.
As student leaders who also experience the virtual setting, we can identify boundary lines by asking them through Kumusta Assumptionista with our platforms. Through this, we can identify what is their mental capability today. So we can make more activities which will benefit their mental health.
And also, we will reach out to them consistently so that we know if these such activities will be really advantageous for them, because we need to prioritize them.
Okay, time's up. Thank you very much, Lika Partilis. Thank you also, Bernadette, for that question. May we have a representative from Our Lady of Sorrows, Rosalie Perez, to give her question. Kindly also state whether it's a specific candidate.
So hello, a blessed morning po to our teachers and my fellow student leaders. So for this question, it would be nice to hear from Lau Konanan. Hello, Lau. So we all know that our country, even before the existence of the pandemic, has surpassed a lot of adversities, whether it is an abuse of power or a natural disaster. With this, we Filipinos are coined to be resilient. However, in the course of this pandemic, some people have claimed otherwise. So, as you are running for presidency, an aspiring leader, I want to know your thoughts on this. Okay, so what are your thoughts on the role of the country's leaders versus Filipino resiliency, specifically during the pandemic? Again, what are your thoughts on the role of the country's leaders versus Filipino resiliency, specifically during the pandemic? Thank you.
Yes, the Filipinos are known to be resilient. But it is the sole objective and so main purpose of the government to prioritize the welfare and the well-being of its of the nation. So we need to prioritize things that will really be helpful for.
Okay, time's up. Thank you very much. I hope Rosalie was satisfied, but that was a very relevant question. It's a nice question. Next question will be from a representative from Our Lady of Fatima. Please do not release the raise hand button. No? Maghintay lang and kindly wait. We have Anakin.
So this question would be basing out it from your answers and platforms. And this question is open for all. Since that in your platforms, I can see that you want to do what is best for the students and the school also. And by your statements, magagawa lang yon through effective communication. Kasi simula kanina yun lang yung narinig ko. It's effective communication. But the only concern I have with this is that even nung face-to-face pa, maraming mga estudyante pa rin ang hindi nare-representa at hindi naririnig ang kanilang boses, since more often not, they are disregarded. So for my main question, how can you build rapport with the SHS students given that this is what you advocate for?
Okay, anyone from the group can answer it out.
Can you repeat the question? Or there's a technical difficulty on us. Thank you.
Yung main question na lang. The main question would be, how can you build rapport with the SHS students since this is what you advocate for? Kasi simula kanina, all basing from your answers, it would be effective communication.
Again, from the we encountered such factors na kung saan hindi sila nakikipag-communicate na maayos. We are the student leaders of the future are advocating again good communication in terms of social media in every way that we can see it's possible. So every student must be heard for us. So we are different from the other leaders. We do have our own ways. We do tend to listen to everyone, not only for the specific person, but to everyone. So that will bear the good communication that will lead the UASHS towards the
Okay, time's up. Thank you very much, Andre. Thank you also very much, Anakin. Next question will be from the representative of Our Lady of Pilar. We have Enzo Hernandez. Enzo.
Hello, good morning. This question is intended for the Vice President. Based from your answer, just a while ago, there is no such difficult group if there is a great leader. But I think that this question is intended to test your problem-solving skills and ability to adapt, because even great leaders experience problems in handling a specific group. Now, as a clarification, do you have a specific experience or difficulty experience in handling a group, and how did you cope up with it?
Again, as I said, inalam ko kung anong mga difference namin. We do have diverse perspective, we do have diverse personalities, but I tend to make a plan na kung saan itong mga diversity namin magiging isang harmonious siya na magkakaroon siya ng harmony na kung saan makakagawa kami ng better project or anything else on that group. And as I said, with great with harmony and camaraderie between my group mates, we've managed to make it a successful project.
Okay. Are you satisfied with that answer, Enzo? Or would you want more from other candidates?
Maybe other candidates can
Okay.
answer.
Your wish granted, Enzo. May we have other candidates to answer Enzo's question?
I believe that there is no perfect administration, uh, but it is imperative to try and achieve one. What I can say is, of course, there are difficult groups to handle, but one solution is if we try to admit our mistakes uh and try to learn from them and use these to better ourselves and better the communication and relationship with one another. Because as I've said, as the group said, relationship is the key.
Okay. Are you satisfied then, Enzo?
I am already satisfied with that.
Thank you very much. Thank you also,
Thank you.
Antica Party List. Now, may we have the outgoing Vice President, Jared Manyo?
So I would like to direct this question to the aspiring president of the Lika Party, Lau. Again, good morning. So my question for you is, since we are in an online setup, a lot of possibilities involved in the pandemic are definitely unavoidable and inevitable. For example, there's a certain situation that happened, and that situation will be stressful and hectic for the students, and at the same time, an activity of your council is scheduled. Will you push through because you think the activity is feasible, or will you cancel?
Of course, it is imperative that we first assess the situation. If it is really going to add to their stress, then we will not push through it, because the main reason of giving or implementing these activities is to better the experience of the students, to give them something that will satisfy them and help them cope with the situation. So what is the purpose or the objective of what is the reason of pushing through if it will just add to their stress? Diba po?
Okay, would you like to have another candidate?
I think the vice president can baton to po, sir.
Yeah, because we can see na, as Lawrence said, it is imperative na the welfare of students is our priority. So kung saan, if this activity is parang dagdag lang siya sa stress nila, which I guess it will not be kasi it will be on the benefits of everyone, we will cancel it. We always prioritize students and teachers and even the community's welfare.
Okay. Are you satisfied, Jared?
I commend your answer, sir. So thank you for answering my question, candidates.
Okay, thank you. Next, may we have a representative from the grade 11, St. Francisco Marto, Alde Newell, to give a question.
Good morning, sir. So may I choose the grade 12 ABM representative to answer the question? So, as a party, you must know your plans and the developments of the school. You said earlier that you are seeking for the development of the school. We all know that no school is perfect, especially we are new to the online learning. So what do you think the problems or the things that must develop and need to take actions? Please identify them and share on us what actions you will do.
Okay. ABM representative.
Yes po. Pwede po pa-repeat yung mismong question?
Okay.
Nag-travel po kasi.
Sige, Aldane, kindly repeat the question daw na.
You said earlier that you are seeking for the development of the school. So what do you think the problems or some of the things or situations that must develop and need to take actions? Please identify them and share on us on what actions you will do.
Is it clear now, Ang sabi ni Aldane po, if
Opo. I think po yung mga problem na kinakaharap po natin ngayon is yung kakulangan po ng mga students sa gamit ng pang-online class. Kasi po doon po sila na di po sila makakapag ng development if kulang po yung gamit nila. So we seek for yung tinitingnan po namin kung paano po namin sila matutulungan sa way po na sa study room.
Okay. Are you satisfied, Aldane, or you would like for another candidate to answer your question?
Sir, about the development of the school, not the students po.
Yes, na. Would you like to answer another, have another candidate, or si ABM pa din?
Same, sir.
Again?
Same po, sir.
Okay.
Same candidate.
Same daw ulit. Sige. Nak, can you clarify daw again your statement? Hindi pa satisfied masyado si Aldane, so let's hear your answer again. Hello?
Hello po.
Okay, Christine. Sige.
Yung po kasi, di ba po, given the fact na I'm a transferee student, I want to learn po yung mga pwede ko pang maggawang development sa bagong environment na pinasok ko.
Okay, I think that was a very final statement of Christine. Are we okay with that, Aldane?
Yes, sir. Thank you po.
I think we are now okay. So we still have a few people to have their question. Let's have now the outgoing president, which is Sam Baunta.
Hello everyone. Good morning po. So this question can be naririnig po ba ako? Ayan. So this question can be answered by anyone. Do you think your political stand will affect your student leadership? Why?
Okay, anyone from the group of Lika Party List can answer.
Hello. With my stand wherein I know that na kung saan yung aking paniniwala ay ang mga Pilipino pa rin ang makapangyarihan at hindi ang mga leader. I guess it could influence me because I know that what would benefit the whole studentry. So I guess my political stand, which I know is for the betterment of the whole, I guess it can be used para sa empathy and also to understand everyone na kung saan mafe-fill in namin yung mga needs nila.
Sir, can I also hear from the president?
I believe it would affect, but in the way that as Parungaw said, that it would affect on how you treat people or how you see things in perspective. But it doesn't one's moral aspects does not rely on his or her political stance. So if you are good by heart and also you prioritize others' welfare and well-being, it does your political stance won't be in the way. It doesn't really matter. I mean, yeah. It won't actually matter if you know how to prioritize your community.
So reflecting from your answer, you said na your moral aspect parang it does not really affect your student leadership. But I believe a political stand isn't just an opinion, because a political stand is a tolerance of different beliefs, various beliefs. And if that political stand involves oppression, harassment, and injustice, then that is definitely something that will affect your moral aspect. Siyempre, as a leader,
hindi dapat natin gugustuhin na maranasan to ng mga members ng community natin. So it's very important talaga na we have the correct and very moral na political stand. So anyways, I still respect your answer. So thank you.
Okay, and I think for our last one, since it's already 11:30, we will have our last question coming from our outgoing secretary, Karil Oligario, for our last questions. I'm very sorry because it's already time. But yes, Karil, what's your question?
Hi, good morning. So earlier, you said that for the upcoming school year, there will be activities that will be interactive. So the question is, aside from communication, how will you ensure that students will engage with these activities, considering that not everyone has the same drive with this online setup and they would just rather focus on their studies? That's all. Anyone can answer.
Hello. So yeah, it is their choice if they want to, but we encourage them. Uh, as teenagers na kung saan halos nag-legal age na tayo, we do have the decisions that we will make. Na kung saan it will benefit. We know that our platforms will benefit the all. Na kung saan it is their choice. If they do want to join, na kung saan mag-benefit rin to para sa kanila. Hindi lamang naman para sa mga specific na tao mga platforms namin, but rather it is for the whole student.
Okay, do you want another answer from another candidate? Na? Or okay na yun?
Okay na po, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. So I think that is the last among our question for our brief open forum. And let's all give a round of applause for these senior high school students who accept the challenge to run for student council this year. No, napakahirap ng mga question. I know a lot of you still do have questions pa, but we ran out of time na. No? So at this juncture, we have reached to the point wherein our candidates will give their last statement. I think we'll start off with our representatives to give their last their final words. Let's hear from our representative first. Let's have first Christine Angela from as an ABM representative. You can give your last statement now. Is Christine Angela there? Or I think she's having technical difficulty, no? So let's move forward with Christine K.C. Umali, our Humes and Gas representative, to give her last statement. Christian K, his last statement.
Again, magandang umaga sa ating lahat, sa ating mga assumptionista. And gusto ko lang sabihin na sa napakahirap na landas na kinakaharap natin ngayon, lahat tayo ay sama-sama at tulong-tulong na babangon para sa ikabubuti ng bawat isa. Yun lamang po. Salamat.
Okay. Next, we have Sean Galvan, our STEM running for the STEM representative.
Hello. I think with my passion and patience, I know I can lead and I can serve. So I am here asking for your trust to put in me as your grade 12 STEM representative. Let's all go for the betterment of our community. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Sean. Let's go back with Christine Angela, our running for the ABM representative. You're still there, Nana?
Sir, wait lang po. Inaayos ko lang po saglit.
Okay, no problem. So let's have first our running for the external PIO. Let's have Mark Christian M. Lara.
Hi. Basta po yung lahat. Nauna po sa lahat, nagpapasalamat po ako sa mga dumalo ngayong meeting de Avance. Naway, nabigyan po namin kayo ng assurance na kami po ay karapat-dapat sa aming posisyon. Nasagot po namin ang inyong mga tanong. Kaya maraming salamat po sa pagpunta dito. Yun lamang po, maraming salamat.
Okay, and our internal PIO, running for internal PIO, Aboyme Gonzalez.
As someone po who always acts with competence and accountability, I aim to serve po the student body and to represent everyone so that everyone is seen and heard. Yun lang po. Thank you.
Okay, and let's hear from our running for the business manager, Dion Samia.
Malaking hadlang ang pandemya ang ating nararanasan. Ngunit, datapwat subalit, walang mahirap sa taong handang tumulong, hindi ba? Narito ako ngayon sa inyong harapan hindi lamang upang magpakilala, kundi pati ipamalas ang aking kakayahan at talento. Kaya sa darating na halalan, 4 na letra lang ang tatandaan. Oops, 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 hindi love o babe, kundi D-I-O-N, D-I-O-N, D-I-O-N. Inyo po sanang suportahan sa darating na halalan. Tandaan, pataba man sa inyong paningin, kasing taba naman ng aming adhikain.
Okay, thank you very much, Dion. So let's go back with Christine Angela. I think he's already fine with the technical difficulties.
Hello po. I'm Christine Angela, and being an SSC officer is not just being a leader. It is being the voice of every student that is not being heard enough. I want to be the person who stays right, hearing what they're saying in front of others, and not the person who just follow what other people say. Once again, I'm Christine Angela Kill, and I'm running for and would love to be your ABM representative.
Okay, thank you, Christine. Now let's hear from our running for the auditor position, Queenie May Lalu.
Hello po. Good morning again to everyone, and I hope we have answered all your questions. And again po, give us the chance as we run into this position to provide support and give service to my fellow students in both academic and non-academic endeavors, especially this challenging time due to pandemic. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Queenie. Let's hear now from Janiza Biancasalas, our running for treasurer.
Okay, good morning po. As an aspiring student council officer, I believe that benevolence and tranquility must reign in our UASHS department. I am a student that will work hard for what is right and will not leave you behind. From the beginning until the end, I will always be here to serve you, guide you, and help you.
Okay, thank you very much, Janiza. Now for our running for the secretary position, let's hear from Azilea Winnet Evangelista.
Hi everyone, I am Azzy and I am here to assure each and every one of you that with my vision and dedication, together with my experience, I will be able to obtain, I will use all the experience that I will be able to obtain not only to contribute for the development of the council, but also to develop myself, a development that is not only focused on my personal gain, but also for the development of each and everyone in our community. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Azilea. Let's now hear his last statement, our running for vice president, Andre Ruiz Parungao.
Hello everyone. Diasa, magandang ka, and Maya. Upholding the 3 pillars of the UA Senior High School, I am ready to give service to the community, amplifying the voice of every student, closing the boundaries between students' diverse perspective. As the new student leaders of the community, I will always prevail and I will always stand by your side. And I will make sure that the passion and legacy of our previous UASHS SSC will always continue within us. Yours in Marian leadership.
Thank you very much, Andre. Now for his final statement, let's hear it from our running for the president position, Lawrence Aidan M. Cunanan.
Hello, I would like to thank all of you po for actively participating. Anyone can be a leader, but only the fearless can be great. And I assure you that I wouldn't be afraid to make mistakes, for these will make me improve not only as a person, but also as an effective leader in order to lead my fellow students and the UASHS community to achieve betterment and excellence. I choose to be your voice, and I am humbly asking you to grant me the chance to fuel that choice. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much to our LICA party list and our candidates for answering the questions and giving your final statements. I hope our representatives from each sections will deliver the message of these aspiring candidates to their classes or respective classes. So we came to the part of our program where our conclusion will be given by the closing remarks of our academic chair of the Humanities and Social Sciences Department, Mr. Christian Miracle Unsig.
Good morning, everyone. Before anything else, please let's hear from our SSC Likha party for their presentation of their platform. Thank you very much.
Hello po, may I ask someone if it is visible na po? Okay, let's start.
Christian K. Umali, running for the position of Grade 12 Youth and Gas Representative.
Christine Angela Vigil, running for the position of Grade 12 ABM representative.
Shanley A. Galvan, running for the position of Grade 12 STEM representative.
Obin Jaden A. Gonzalez, running for the position of internal PIO.
Mark Christian M. Lara, running for the position of external PIO.
Leon Ashley T. Samya, running for the position of business manager.
I am Queenie May Alalo, running for the position of auditor.
Janaisa Bianca Salas, running for the position of treasurer.
Azilea Juanette Evangelista, running for the position of the SSC secretary.
Yours truly, Andrew Ruiz M. Parungao, running for the position of the vice president.
Lawrence Aiden M. Gananan, running for the position of president. Let us now hear our platforms.
First in line, we have Kumusta Assumptionista. It consists of various activities concerning the students and educators' mental health, such as Google Forms, survey, symposiums, etc. This platform focuses on both students and faculty members' mental health as we are being challenged by the current situation.
Ease and Lakas is an esports centered activity where UASHS students can join along their members. It aims to give students a chance to showcase their talent in esports games and express their skills. It is an activity where students can join and have a break from hectic online classes.
Of course, we also have e-journalism. One of the many strengths of UA students lies in journalism, but with the ongoing pandemic, it has faced a full stop. This platform is a contest for both the Filipino and the English categories that will serve both as an interactive activity and as a friendly competition that will hone the students' skills in writing.
Virtual Strandfest. The Virtual Strandfest acts as an online gathering for each strand in order to know each other and celebrate their parallels. Each strand will conduct different online activities such as games, quiz bees, and diverse contexts based on their strand's lessons and curriculum in order to enhance their talent and intellect through healthy competition.
Last, but definitely not the least, study rooms. Through Google Meets organized by the UASHS SSC with the help of the class officers, it will give the students access to respective subjects that they need assistance on. And also, they can help one another to better their understanding.
And that is the likha party.
Panibagong obra ng mga assumptionista na magbibigay pag-asa sa paggamit ng pagiging at
Okay, thank you very much, Lika Partides, for informing and presenting your platforms. They are all very good, and we are expecting to see those platforms as for the next academic year. Now, as we conclude today's program, again, we have the Academic Chair of the Humanities and Social Sciences, Mr. Christian Miracle Sig, for the closing remarks.
Good morning, everyone. As we all know, our country is scourged by the pandemic. Many people are dying, unemployment and inflation rate rises, and many students in other institutions were left behind. Because of these given situations, we experience a lot of negative things, such as the issue about mental health, the conflict between the people and the authority, to name a few. We are tired of such events and we want change to happen, since it is normal for us humans to seek it. But as a student, how can we able to do it in a simple way? Before answering this question, look at the system that we have in our education. We are in an online mode. It is now delivered through technology. I think that this technology is a gift from God. That He prepared this to help us cope with changes in our society. Since I said it is a gift from God, let us use this gift to spread the truth. And this is the answer to my question on how can we make change amidst this pandemic. Use your voice in spreading the good news, lead people from error to truth, and be part of the e-democracy that we have now using this technology. As one of the rights in this e-democratic institution, use this opportunity to vote for the people who will be our advocate of change in our department. This simple but great act will mean a lot. As St. John Bosco, the patron of the youth, said, do not lose any time. Do good. Do all the good you can, and you will not regret doing it. If I'm going to connect it again, doing good in this aspect is casting your vote in our student election, and we all know that it brings hope for us in a positive way, perhaps. To our student candidates, now that our Holy Father Pope Francis declared this year as the year of Saint Joseph, imitate his virtues of obedience and humility in leadership. Take into account what Saint Ignatius of Loyola said, whatever you are doing, what makes you feel the most alive, that is where God is. Before I end, I want to extend my sincere gratitude to the following people: to Dr. Dexter Balahadia for allowing us to use this platform in conducting this activity. And I am proud to say that it is our first time to use it and to have a program like this in this new normal. To Dr. Violy Fernanda Santos for her unending support and encouragement in our department, even that she is challenged by the situation she faced. To my fellow colleagues in the department and other faculty members who are present in this initiative, to Mr. Jayvie Aboyme, the UASSC advisor, for helping us in managing the election activities, to Mr. Renzo Intal, our MC, to Ms. Giancarla Manuyag, who led the prayer, and you students who participated in this initiative. But above all, I want to thank our Lord, our Blessed Mother, and Saint Joseph for the guidance in these trying times. God bless everyone. Hail Assumption.
Thank you very much, Sir Christian, for that warm message, and that definitely inspired and motivate us more. As we conclude also for our today's program, we have our running for the president position, Lawrence Aiden, for the closing prayer. Before that, sorry. Before pala, that's Sir Jayvie, sorry. We'll be having our picture muna daw. Here of Sir Jayvie.
Before we listen to our standard bearer, no, please may I request to turn on your cameras. Ayan. Hello, I hope you're still there. And even some of our faculty members who are here, no, please turn on your cameras for documentation. And please look at the camera. Wait lang po. Hintayin natin yung iba. Again, please turn on your cameras. Ayan. Okay, sige. Look at the camera in 3, 2, 1. Oh, wait lang. Agulim. Manaya kayo. Another one. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Okay. All right.
Okay, thank you, Sir Jayvie, for our lecture. Now we have Lawrence Aiden to give our closing prayer for today's activity.
Act of entrustment to Our Lady assumed into heaven. O holy and glorious Virgin Mary, our Queen assumed into heaven, we cherish you with a special love. We place ourselves under your care, our beings, our families, our university, and our country. May we please you, O Queen and Mother, with our zeal in prayer and in patient perseverance in work and in studies. Keep your watch over us and turn your eyes full of mercy toward the whole world. Amen. Mary, assume into heaven, pray for us. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Okay, thank you, Lawrence. Now we will be having the singing of the university hymn. Okay, and I think that concludes our program, our meeting, the Avance 2021. And okay, let's all give a round of applause again for everybody for a successful event, for our teachers and students for making this possible. So that's it for today, and we can now exit the Zoom. Thank you everybody, and God bless us all.